laboratory tests, some field identification tests are also there to classify the soils or to make a quick judgment. So some of those I'm discussing here. Visual examination is nothing but you take some soil and you check the uh, contents. If it is showing mostly bigger particles, then it is a coarse grained soils, and if the finer particles are more, then it is a fine grained soils. So if it is a fine grained soils, then we can perform some other tests also on it. So first is the dye latency test. In this test we take some wet soil, uh, not very wet, but some soil we take, and we shake it in our hand and we try to squeeze it. And so depending upon that squeezing and shaking it, the what happens, the comes water comes on the surface and it disappears. It means the waters come outside and then it goes again inside. So depending upon that we classify it as this reaction is quick if water disappears rapidly, and slow if water takes some time to disappear, and no reaction if it does not go back, if the water does not go back. So if the reaction is quick, that is an indication of silt. If the reaction is slow, or if it is not showing any reaction, that is an indication of fluid. It means that if the water has come out and it is not going back again, or it is taking a lot of time, then it is an indication of clay. Then after that, next test is toughness. So the same sample for what we use for dye latency test, we dry it a little bit so it reaches its plastic limit, and then we try to roll it into the threads of 3 mm. So as it starts to crumble, just starts to crumble, that is an indication that it has reached its plastic limit. Now we again knead this soil and we try to again roll it into the threads. So if we can roll it again by applying some extra pressure, by high pressure, then it is termed as the soil is having high toughness, and it means that it can be rolled below its plastic limit. So it has reached its plastic limit, but then if we need it, so it will lose some of the water. And so after that also, if we can roll it by applying some extra pressure, it means that it is having high toughness. And similarly, if it starts to crumble, if we roll it below its plastic limit, then it is medium toughness, or it cannot be rolled again, or it crumbles as we try to knead it, then it is having low toughness. So depending upon this, if it is the clay is of organic nature, then it gives spongy feel in hands, and it cannot be rolled into threads. Or if it is a non-plastic soil also, then also it cannot be rolled. Then the dry strength. So for dry strength, the same sample we dry it until it loses its water content completely, and after that we apply some pressure from our finger. So if it converts into powder easily, then it is having low dry strength. And similarly, if it is requiring some pressure from our finger, then it is having medium dry strength. Or if it cannot be powdered at all, then it is termed as high dry strength. Now next is the organic content and odor color. So if it is of organic origin, then it gives odor of decomposed organic matter. And if we heat up, then this odor intensifies. And if it is of organic nature, then this color will be dark. So these are the various ways which can be applied in the field. Apart from that, some one more test, which is acid test. It is used to check if the soil is having calcium content in it. So it is tested with hydrochloric acid, and if it is if it start to form bubbles, then it means that calcium is present in the soil, and this soil may show some extra dry strength, which is due to the cementing capacity of calcium, not because of the soil. And one more test is there, which is shine test. So if we take a soil sample and if we cut it with a knife, and the surface, if it is a very shiny surface, then it indicates a plastic clay, and dull surface represents low plasticity. So this is it.